Hello and welcome to the TryLine podcast. I am your host, Bo. This is my co-host, Daniel.
Yes, it's me, the People's Host. Thank you. Thanks for
I
coming.
hate that that's kicked off, the people's host. I hate that people get around it.
No, I love it. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
All the effort I put in, I slave away over here. I got no nickname. You got the people's host, which is just minimal effort.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, giveaway. We got a new one. It took me a long time to come up with this. I'm shocking at these things. But anyway, the giveaway will be a 2021 NRL jersey. Thanks for everyone that gave their input on that. But here's how it's going to work. The same way, as always, to get involved in any of our giveaways, you've got to be a subscriber, leave a like and comment on this video. Now, this giveaway will run to the end of the year. And here's the interesting part, right? If the Eels and Cowboys win, the giveaway will end right there. So if that happens this weekend, if the Eels and Cowboys both win in the same round, then whoever has entered so far will be the only ones that can win the prize. If they don't win this round, it'll keep rolling on till the end of the regular season. And if they haven't won both in the same round, by the end of the regular season, we will give it away at that time. So make sure you comment, like on this video, just in case it happens this weekend. To be honest, I can't see the Cowboys beating Melbourne this weekend, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. Sorry.
Well, let's have a look at your tips anyway. Let us know. What's your tip?
All right, we're going to tips. So, not Broncos, Eels, Raiders. I've gone the Eels.
I'm going to go the Eels too. Big out Mitch Moses, though.
Yeah. Roosters, Knights.
I'll go the Roosters.
Yeah, me too. Cowboys, Storm.
The Storm by the thousands.
Yep. Rabbitohs, Warriors.
Bunnies.
Yeah. Eagles, Tigers.
Manly.
Yep. Panthers, Broncos.
Panthers.
Yep. Dragons, Titans.
I'll go the Dragons upset Titans.
I'll go on Titans. And Sharks, Bulldogs.
Go the Sharkies.
Yeah, me too. So all the same apart from the Dragons Titans game.
All right, we're gonna do our best bets of the weekend too. Just 2 bets that we really like, and then 2 roughies.
Right, yeah. So I really like betting on the first game. So it's like if I win that, I can just bet on the next game. So I've gone the Para Raiders game. King Gutho anytime. Para minus 14.5, and total match points under 48.5. That's paying $7.50.
Okay, well, I've gone the Bulldogs plus 11.5 against the Sharks. I've actually gone the Gold Coast minus 5.5. So I've tipped the Dragons, but I still like if that loses and the Gold Coast cover the line, then I'm pretty happy with that. And I've gone the Raiders plus 14.5. I think maybe they might struggle to score points this week without Moses against the probably a little bit better opposition there. What's your roughie?
My roughie, I reckon Newcastle to beat the Roosters. Roosters 1-12. Knights 1-12. The
Roosters 1-12.
Yeah, mate. The Roosters have struggled 2 weeks in a row against the Cowboys and the Doggies. So
Okay.
maybe they're just limping through the past couple of weeks, and if they come up against a Knights team that that it has the potential to play well,
I like that.
Knights 1-12.
I've gone a try scorer multi for the weekend. I got Josh Adokar to score 2 or more, Cody Walker and James Tedesco. That's at $10.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, so I think that's really decent for the people's host.
For the people,
That'd be the people's multi. That one?
No, well, you're not the people's host, so that's not the people's multi.
Oh, I'm working hard to get a catchphrase or something over here. Give me something.
I don't even know how the people's host came about, but
it's catched on.
It has. Right, yeah, anyway, we'll into the questions now. So we've got a few about the Bulldogs, Tavita Pangai Jr. going there, where they'll go next, or how they'll go, next year. So shout out to C. Collins, Scott Broncos, Lockie, Smee Hayden, and Jeremy Newton. So what do you reckon about, TPJ was going to go to the Bulldogs. Oh, no, sorry, Panthers first, and then he's going to the Bulldogs next year. Right call?
No, so that's the Panthers one's been shut down.
Yeah,
they can't afford him in his in their cap.
No,
he's still getting shopped around to some other sides. Still, I don't know why the Broncos just don't play him for the rest of the year. Do I think he's the answer for the Bulldogs? Now, we're going to have a look at their side in a second for next year, their predicted side, but I don't know if that's who they need, to be honest. especially like depends how much they're paying him. Like
Mm.
one thing the Bulldogs have done, they've struggled to be consistent with consistent effort. And is Tavita Pengai Jr. consistent effort?
No.
He's good effort. Like some weeks, great. He's a world beater some weeks, and then other weeks he kind of drops off and he's not really interested. Whether Trent Barrett can get the best out of him, I don't know. A fit, interested, motivated Tavita Pengai Jr. is very good. It's kind of like Latrell in a way. Like you know how Latrell in past seasons could float in and out of games
Yeah. Yeah.
and not be interested some weeks, but this year especially, he's been very motivated every week and it's been outstanding. Um, I think I think they need to save their money for their spine. I think they need to go out and get a hooker, and I think Brandon Smith. I think they got to go and try and get Brandon Smith for around 800,000. I think would be outstanding.
Do they have the cap though? Because they've just gone out and bought what Adokar. He'd be on reasonable money. Matt
I think they
Burton,
had 4 million. I think they had 4 million to spend.
4 mil.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Matt Duffy also. I don't love that signing.
No, he's no good, mate. I don't know why they've gone and signed him. Like you can see, like he has good games, but then like his bad games are just woeful.
Well, that's so you've just hit the nail on the head there. Matt Duffy, Tavita Pengai Jr. both have problems with consistency, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So why would they bring them to a club that have struggled for consistency?
Oh,
That's what I don't understand. Do they make the eight? Well, they've got Josh Adokar, Matt Burton, Matt Duffy, Brett and Aiden. I do like that signing.
mm,
Potentially Paul Vaughan, I'd like that too because he'd be pretty cheap. And Tavita Pengai Jr. Nick Meaney leaving the club's a big loss, I think. Um, People they're not going to re-sign, which I think is outstanding. Will Hopewadi, Dylan Napa, Lachlan Lewis. I don't know. He's probably earned enough. He's probably done enough to earn another contract there.
mm.
Um, I don't think they make the eight next year. I think they do a little bit better, but I don't think they make the eight.
Yeah. Well, I actually went back and had a look at our predictions. I picked him to come 10th this year.
Well, I don't think they'll be finishing 10th.
Yeah, that didn't pan out very well. Hold on. Bloody hell.
Anyway, I actually had a look back too, and for you guys here, he's not listening, but they haven't finished higher than 11 since like 2016.
Higher than 11th, 2016.
Yeah, so they're staring down the barrel of 5 years without the semi-finals. So I think they'll go on another year. They're obviously trying to build something there, bringing in Phil Gould as well. Look, they're going to sign Tavita Pengai Jr. It's a big market item there for him, but I don't know if he's the answer.
Yeah, no, I think I'll tip them to come about 10th. Probably like just out of the bottom four, I reckon. But yeah,
Yeah,
apart from that, I don't think they'll be doing much.
it looks like they've given up on Kyle Flanagan too. So I don't know where he's at the moment.
Yeah, me neither. Rightio, we actually got a few questions about Parramatta, how they go with their run home and the signing of or potential signing of Anthony Milford. So it's not confirmed that they've signed him, is it?
No, and it's not confirmed, but I don't hate it for the 14 jersey, really. I mean, if you can, I still think there's a good player there in Anthony Milford.
Yeah,
If you can, I don't know, unlock his potential. He's got to play outside a good half, and Mitchell Moses is developing into a good half, I think, so that
yeah.
could help him. Will they lose their top four spot? Well, they've got 6 out of the 7 games on their run home against the top 9 sides.
Top 9 sides, 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's a tough run home.
It's a very tough run home. You know what? I could see them. Yeah, I could see them losing the top 4 spot.
Yeah, well, especially with Manly on the rise there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%.
They've got a bit of a cushion though, so I can't see them dropping out of like nowhere near dropping out of the 8th, but they could realistically run 5th or 6th.
Yeah, I think 5th or 6th is realistic here. Like that's a hard run home. That's a
Yeah,
hard run home.
really hard run home, and they're going to be without Moses for a few weeks. And then you think this kind of almost writes them off because they got the hard run home into a semi-final, so they're going to just play all the top teams from now until the semi-finals, and they got to play the crazy North Queensland Cowboys as well in the middle of that.
Oh, that's a
Which,
loss. That's
yeah,
a
I know.
loss.
I know. So North Queensland are going to come out and just prove why they're the powerhouse of the competition. So imagine thinking you got to play the top, like you got to play 6 out of the top 9 sides, and then you got to play the Cowboys as well.
Yeah,
Jesus.
mate. What's the bet? The Cowboys actually win that game. I'll put
Yeah, probably
I'll put money on that. It
because
always
they're gonna be so fatigued. Like they got to be up every single week for the next not only 7 weeks going in the semifinals. So you're looking at maybe 9 weeks straight. They've got to be up.
yeah.
Cowboys get that win.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Cowboys get that win. It always happens once a year. We always lose to the Cowboys for some reason.
Well, it makes me happy.
All right, anyway, we'll get into the rest of the questions. So, Junior Williams, Latrell Mitchell, or Greg Inglis?
GI,
Yeah,
one of my personal favorite players of all time.
yeah, GI 100%. He was unbelievable back in the day. Jacob, do Panthers have any chance at beating the Melbourne Storm in the form they are in now?
Yeah, they're not in great form, but they haven't had Cleary as well. So
I,
I think they can beat the Storm with Cleary.
I don't even think that they could win them. No, they could beat not the Panthers, Melbourne with Cleary. Like that's how good form Melbourne are in.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll be losing. I think not Panthers, Melbourne are beating any team, anytime.
and I think they can beat them with Cleary. I don't know in the grand final, but I think they can if Cleary plays and they play well, they can beat them.
Okay,
I think.
we'll agree to disagree there. Uh, let's see here. Dan Norton, top 5 players in the last 5 years.
Did you have anything for this? You're good at top fives.
All right, yeah. So I had Cameron Smith, obviously, James Tedesco, Jason Taumalolo. I had Damien Cook and Nathan Cleary.
Okay, so we almost had the same. I had Cam Smith, James Tedesco, Jason Tamalolo. I had Nathan Cleary and Cam Munster,
Okay.
and I had Luke Keary because he's dominated the last 5 years. We haven't really seen him play this year, but he's won what 2 grand finals in the last 5 years.
He has, yeah.
So I feel like he has to be there.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, pretty similar, but just a couple of changes there.
Yeah,
Anyway, M. Bocco, GOAT of NRL.
it's got to be Andrew Johns, doesn't it?
Andrew
I think
Johns. Yeah,
best I've watched.
yeah, probably Andrew Johns. Andrew Johns, Cam Smith, one of the two.
I hated him growing up. Oh yeah, Cam Smith's a good argument. I hated Andrew Johns so much growing up. Hated him.
He's a good man.
Now I love him.
Oh, yeah, he's a good man.
No, well, I figured like I couldn't stand him growing up, but now I wish I could watch him play again. So any kids out there that hate any players, you probably regret it. Like I know, like you hated Jonathan Thurston for a long time, but you'd probably like to see him play again. He's a
No,
gun.
I wouldn't. He's
You would.
no, he's shit ass. Shut up, Pepper. Anyway, do you guys think that NRL should do more magic rounds in other cities? I
I
think,
reckon.
yeah,
I'd like to see it at Bank West.
yeah. I think we've spoken about this a little bit. A few weeks ago, we were saying about something about doing it in different country towns or something like that.
Yeah, well, I figured Bank West, Townsville, it would go off in Townsville. I think it'd do wonders for a city like that.
Mm,
Um, it's cool at Suncorp, but yeah, Bank West, I'd love to see it at Bank West.
yeah, for sure. Alrighty, Andrew Backhouse. Do you think the Raiders get back in the top 8 now that they've found a fullback? Sorry.
I'm guessing he wrote this before he heard the news. Poor bloke.
Yeah.
Canberra can't catch a break here. Xavier Savage, he's out for the rest of the season. It's a real shame because we just sat here last week and spoke about how they look like rejuvenated with a dangerous fullback.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's kind of sad. But yeah, I thought they were going to get back in the A, and now we're going to have to see how they play without a fullback.
Yeah, well, they got Rapana there, and last time he played fullback, he gassed out. So,
Yeah, but it is a hard job, fullback. It's a lot of running.
I know, yeah. But that's why I've got Parramatta at the line. So,
Yeah,
anyway, what do you boys do when there is no footy on and you don't have work? You don't have work.
pretty much. Play Xbox, bit of 2K. I really like the cricket in the summer, mostly Test cricket, and just watch TV shows. I'm a bit of a fiend on the TV shows.
Yeah, mate, that's pretty much all I do as well. Movies, Xbox, just chill in the house.
What's the last movie you watched?
Dark Knight.
Oh, That's a goat.
Yeah. Well, I started
So good.
watching. I started watching that series back. So I watched Batman Begins. Then I've started watching The Dark Knight, and now The Dark Knight Rises. So
Oh, so good.
it's beautiful.
Yep.
Anyway, Jackie Chan. If I get 8 from 8 in tips this week, you should shave your beard. Yes.
Sorry, mate. That beard hides about 15 chins.
No, you got to do it, mate.
No, I won't.
Jackie Chan, we're making the promise that Bo will shave his beard.
No, won't
Yep,
be happening.
it will be
Will
happening.
not be happening.
Anyway, Will Stark, Cowboys to miss out on the 8 without Val.
Yeah, with or without
Yeah,
Val. Yes.
they're gonna miss out on the 8 with Val. So yes, without Val, yeah.
Yeah, they've got to work on their defense in the offseason. Again, it's been like this for a few years, but they've got some players coming, and I think they'll have a full offseason behind Todd Payton there. I don't know, but their defense is horrible.
Yeah, we'll see how they go next year. How can the Warriors get in the top 8 if they have easy-ish games?
They can't. They just can't. What are they, 14th?
They're low. Let's just
Yeah,
say
they're
that.
14th. I had a look today, right? We're talking about the Warriors. I had a look today. They've lost 6 games by 6 points or less. If they had have found a way to win those games, they'd be 6th.
Oh, 6th.
They'd be 6th. Outright 6th.
Far out.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. They just can't win the close ones.
Yeah.
And it's really cost them like 14th to 6th. And they probably would have been playing finals because they got a pretty soft run home. It's not going to happen.
Oh well. Unlucky. There's always next year.
Well, they've only got that's what they've been saying for years for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's true. But
They've been touted as one of the good sides for years.
well, they've had such like heaps of talent there. They've had Roger there for a little while. They had Sean Johnson back in the day, who was pre-injury, who was a gun. They've got Tohu Harris and Fanil Blake. I mean, they've got a whole bunch of talent there. I don't know why it's
They've
not
got a lot of
translating to the field.
adversity at the moment, especially the last 2 years, I guess. But yeah, they're what, 12 points. They're coming 14th. They've only got 2 top 8 slots for the rest of the year. But no, they can't make the 8.
Yeah, all right, I'll agree with you. So how do we enter into the giveaway?
You just got to leave a like and a comment on this video. Be a subscriber. Every single comment on a new video from now gets you another entry.
Nice. All right, couple questions from Mohall. Favorite movie sequel?
Oh, you probably just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
But I for a different answer, I like the Harry Potters.
Oh, Harry
Really
Potter.
really like the Half-Blood Prince in that one too. So, but the Dark Knight is the GOAT.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is probably like my 10th time watching it. I watch it like once every couple of years.
Wait, how many movies has like the sequel been better? Because the Dark Knight isn't the first one. It's the sequel to Batman Begins, right?
Yeah.
Not too many. The sequel has trumped what the first one was. Like
Yeah.
that really trumped it. Like the Dark Knight was crazy.
Oh yeah, it's so good, man. So yeah, it's way better than Batman Begins.
Yeah.
And then it's what do you reckon is better, Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises?
Nah, Dark Knight. I really like Dark Knight Rises, but the Dark Knight. Joffrey's in the Batman Begins, eh?
Yeah, he's that little kid on that island, whatever that island's called.
You know what? Batman just should have killed him.
He should have
Should
stopped.
have killed him. Would have stopped me like 4 years of heartbreak.
Yeah. Anyway, favorite meal?
We get this all the time. Pizza. Why don't we go least favorite food?
All right. What's your least favorite food?
I despise beans.
No, I don't mind beans.
I hate beans. Like, you know how people put like kidney beans and stuff in salads and stuff? I hate them.
I've never heard of anyone putting beans in salad.
Do you have many salads?
No.
What do you got?
Probably the one I hate most, probably fish.
Yeah.
Fish. Well, apparently I'm a picky eater. I just don't like certain foods, but that makes me picky.
But you like prawns, don't you?
I like prawns and crab and lobster.
It's like half the fish.
Can't stand fish. They're not fish though.
They are fish.
They're not fish. They're like crustaceans or something.
Oh, okay. Well, we're getting a lesson on the sea here. Is it the people's sea?
It is the people's sea. Yeah. Alrighty. What teams would you support if the Cowboys and Eels didn't exist?
I've always liked the Warriors, and my whole family goes for South, so probably one of them.
Yeah, I'd probably go for.
Cowboys?
Oh, what? What?
Would you go for the
The
Cowboys?
Cowboys don't exist, mate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
You know what? I'd probably go. Yeah, either Newcastle
Oh,
or the Warriors. Newcastle close to home. Warriors
yeah.
are on the coast.
I think that's what made me not like them as much because everyone went for the Knights growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I grew up in Hunter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a Hunter boy.
Hunter boy.
Anyway, Sebastian, thoughts on Clemmer and Watson possibly leaving the Knights? Uh,
Watson would be a huge loss, right? Because
mm,
I think he's versatile. Can play he showed this year he can play in the forwards and play in the back, so that's a huge loss. Clemmer, on the other hand, I think if they don't play overs for him, I wouldn't mind them like letting him walk instead of paying overs. You know what I mean? Because I think they've got enough depth in their forwards that they're not going to miss Clemmer that much.
yeah, yeah.
But if they can get him for relatively cheap, they can keep him. But I'm pretty sure he went there on pretty big money. So, what do you think he's worth in today's game, Clemmer?
600 to 700.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see him say for six.
I like them both. I think they're both good players. Like Watson, especially, he can play lock, like 5'8",
Pretty
center.
much anywhere in the back
Yeah,
line. Yeah,
yeah, fullback. He can play anywhere and do a job. So I think the Knights got to try and keep him. But whether someone offers him a the amount of money that he can't turn down, then what
I
can you
think they
do?
got to prioritize Watson. I think you got to keep him at the club.
Yeah, 100%. Because Jacob Saifidi and Daniel Saifidi, man, they've both started killing it this last year.
I
Unbelievable.
know he's really close with Ponga too, Watson. Like they got that podcast and everything together. So it's almost worth keeping him just to keep Ponga happy. You know, you
Yeah,
keep Ponga happy, you keep him on the field and invested. He's probably the key to Newcastle as well.
yeah, 100%. Anyway, Bradley, how screwed will Manly be if Tommy Bra gets injured?
Pretty screwed.
Yeah, no, he's. But you saw at the beginning of the year when he wasn't playing, they were second last.
I think they've kind of gotten a little bit better since then. I think they will still make the semis if he even if he goes down, but they can't beat the best sides. They can't beat the Rabbitohs, Penrith, or the Storm without Tommy.
Yeah, no,
No, not enough strike.
yeah, no way. Cohen, do you guys reckon Josh Schuster is a possibility? Sorry, of getting Rookie of the Year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've had a look. Who's your rookie of the year?
I'd probably have to go Dane Laurie.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Well, yeah, I think it's out of four people: Sam Walker, Josh Schuster, Reece Walsh, or Dane Laurie. I think Dane Laurie's got it over all of them right now because he's played the most games, and I
Yeah,
think it goes on daily endpoints. He's played 17. Josh Schuster and Sam Walker have played 12, and Reece Walsh has played 9. Um, so I've got Dane Laurie as a smoky.
yeah, I think Dane. Yeah, as you said, he's played almost every single game. So that's why
I think,
I'd pick Dane Laurie.
yeah, he's got a 5 game advantage on the other three, and he had a really, really strong start to the year too.
He did. He did. Well, he's still having a good year. Like
Yeah,
he's having a great year.
but
But
I think he polled in a losing side, like three of the first 4 games or something like that.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Dane.
he's a real chance.
Yeah, I want to say my money's on Dane Laurie.
Yeah,
Alrighty, Cohen. Do you reckon Tommy Bra or Tommy Turbo? Sorry, will get Dally M?
yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think he's got it in the bag. M Tej, I always get that wrong. Thoughts on Manly's second row future with Olakawatu and Schuster?
Oh, great pronunciation there.
Mate,
Um,
that's what I do.
I think Schuster's future is at 6.
He's too big for a six, man. You seen him?
It's not gonna matter.
He's massive. He's the biggest six I've ever seen.
Nah, Flea Mateo was the biggest 6 I ever seen.
Schuster's bigger than him.
No way.
Schuster is bigger than Flea Mateo.
No way. There's no way.
All right, cool. We got
I've
to.
got I've got Schuster moving to 6 eventually. I think he's far too silky. But he's been very good in the back row. There's no way Schuster is bigger than Felipe Mateo.
He is. He has to be. All right. Well, I'll look up their heights and weights
It'll
later.
be it'll be on the screen. It'll be on the screen. We'll see who's right.
All
I
right.
feel like I'm right.
I feel like I'm right.
There's no way.
Oh no,
Next.
Schuster's bigger. Anyway, Connor Keating. If Penrith had enough cap, oh no, never mind. That would be. Oh no, yeah, that is about. If Penrith had enough cap space, would Tavita Pangai Jr. be a good signing for the rest of the year?
Yeah, it would have. I think in that system with good players around him, I think he would have carved up all year.
Yeah, for sure. On that left edge, well, would you have him on the left edge, in the back row or the front row?
Probably in the front row, especially Fisher Harris is out for a few weeks now too.
What did he do?
Uh,
What happened to him?
I can't remember. I just heard that yesterday.
Oh, actually, I do remember something happened to him in a tackle. He get twisted around or something.
But you think most of the game they're going to be on a roll on Penrith,
Mm,
and he would play outstanding off the back of that. So he would have. He's not going to be, but he would have.
yeah. Alrighty, Jake Phelps. Hey mate, how are you? Most underrated team spine and most underrated players in a spine position.
Yeah, I had a look at this. So I think Jerome Hughes is the most underrated halfback. I
Yep.
think Dylan Edwards is the most underrated fullback. I think he's very solid.
Yep.
I think Brandon Smith's the most underrated hooker. And I've got Scott Drinkwater and Adam Dewey as the most underrated 5'8s, like in tandem. You gave me a look with Brandon Smith. He is literally a bench player if Harry Grant's fit. So that's why he's the most underrated hooker. He's probably the form hooker of the competition right now. And he wouldn't even be playing if Harry Grant was fit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think they're very underrated in their positions. The underrated spine like in a whole, I think, is the Tigers spine. I think if Luke Brooks can unlock his potential, I think he's decent. Adam Dewey is very good. Dane Laurie's killing it at fullback, and I think Jacob Little's a good player. So I think they're the most underrated spine altogether. Because well look at the other teams. They've all got guns in most positions, so they're not underrated, are they?
Uh, I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. When you
So who do you think's the most underrated spine?
yeah, I think with the spine positions, I think you've pretty much got that down to a T. I don't really think I was having trouble with a hooker
Yeah,
like with Brandon Smith. I
I
don't.
went Brandon Smith just because he
I
would be on the bench if
don't
he
think he's
wasn't.
underrated. He's New Zealand's hooker.
But he wouldn't even be starting in the NRL
Yeah,
if their hooker was fit.
but he's New Zealand's hooker.
I
So
still
he
not.
can't be underrated if he's playing.
Okay. Well, you agree with the Jerome Hughes. He's New Zealand's halfback.
Yeah, no, but then okay, you got me there. All right, all right, fine. You win.
Now, so what team do you reckon's got an underrated spine as a whole?
I thought it was the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys. I'd like what you said about what Drinkwater.
Yep,
He's underrated
he's a
5'8".
gun.
I mean Tom Dearden. I think he's a little
Yeah,
bit underrated. Broncos let him go for nothing. And
that's a fair shout. What about the hooker? I know you don't have.
I don't like Reece Robson.
No, you don't like Reece Robson at all.
No, I did not. But he gets a 9 there consistently. So some people see something in him. So yeah,
I think I mostly lean towards the Tigers because one, I like their hooker, I like their 5'8", I really like their fullback, and Luke Brooks has been touted as the guy for so long. So I guess if we can unlock that, then I think the Tigers have a pretty good spot in there.
all right, nice.
Which we probably won't see it because I think they're shopping Luke Brooks around right now. So
Yeah, to England. Alrighty. C Mayor. What position do Penrith need? Oh yeah, okay. What position do Penrith need to sign with the departures of Burton, etc.?
I don't think they really need to. I think they just build from within.
Yeah, well, even with Burton leaving, he's playing the centres. They've got Stephen Crichton and Momorowski. So I don't know how long they're contracted until.
I think they need to be very careful about who they re-sign and what now because they're going to run into some salary cap issues really soon. Because now that their team's been good for a couple of years, so everyone's price is going to go up. And they have been smart. They re-signed Crichton, James Fisher-Harris, Spencer Leniu, Jerome Luai, Isaiah Yeo, Mitch Kenny, Robert Jennings, all smart signings. So they've been smart. They had to let go of Burton because they really didn't have a choice.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Reed, since Tyron May is off contract and does not look like re-signing, who should Panthers sign? And
No,
well, okay. So should they sign a backup half? Pretty much.
no.
Yeah, no,
Leave it. Just promote someone. Promote someone. They've probably got players in their New South Wales Cup 20s. Just bring them onto the bench and see how they go.
yeah, that's what I think as well. All right, Reese, 2021 premiers,
The Storm.
Storm, 100%. North Queensland, do you think the Cowboys would improve with Val on the wing and Hammer at fullback?
No.
Yeah, no.
Val,
Yep, go on.
I'm very, very staunch about Valentino staying at fullback.
Yeah, no. The Hammer, he's quick, but I mean, he's not as silky as Val. Val's got that pass in him.
I would love to see Valentino's turn into a center. Not Valentino's, the Hammer turn into a center.
What do you mean? He's a center.
No, but I'd love to see him just because he obviously didn't come into the NRL as a center. He was
Yeah.
a winger and a fullback. I'd love to see him just focus on being a center because that can be his position long term. He can play for Queensland at center. He can play for his club at center. I think they need to just. Unfortunate for him because he won't get the big money at center that he would at fullback, and he probably wants to play fullback.
Yeah.
I want to see him focus at center and fix a problem for Queensland and North Queensland there.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair shout. Anyway, Savvy Tyler, do you think if Canberra continue their form, they can make the 8?
Ask me next week. I want to see how they go without a fullback this week.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, Tom O'Brien, if Luai never played with Cleary, would he still be arguably the best 5'8" in the comp? Yeah.
That's really hard to say though, because Cleary he doesn't have to do a lot of game management right now, if any. Like Cleary does all that.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have a good, like say you partnered him with Luke Brooks, how do you think he would go?
I think he'd still be the player that he is.
I think he'd be good. I don't know if he'd be arguably the best 5'8" in the competition.
You know what? I don't think him playing with Cleary would have much of an impact on what kind of player he'd be.
I beg to differ. I think Cleary's a big part of what he does well.
All right, well, let's agree to disagree again.
Yep.
And that's all the questions. That's all the questions this week.
I think we got one about the Olympics too.
I don't know.
Are you keen to see the Boomers get a medal?
The Boomers, that's the Australian basketball team.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully they get gold. Hopefully
they get gold. I'm Boomers for gold. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I just don't think they will though. Let's be honest.
I hope they do though. Like we should at least medal.
Yeah.
We definitely should medal. If we get to that gold medal match, anything can happen. What sport are you most excited for at the Olympics?
I just enjoy watching people run fast. Run fast and jump high. I like the athletics.
So you're most excited for the sprinting and the high jump, and the long jump.
Yeah, long jump, high jump,
and the triple jump,
and
the pole vault.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of pole vault. I'll just anything to do with athletics, like javelin, shot put.
What about the marathons?
Nah. Get that.
We were talking about it with Tori the other day. So 100, yes.
100, yep.
200,
yep.
400,
yep.
800,
yep.
1500,
yep.
3K.
No, that's too long.
No, done. It's only the 1500.
Only the 1500.
If the Roosters halves weren't injured, would Sam Walker have a breakout season?
Oh, yeah, I've got that one here too. Sam Walker have a break. Well, I mean, he's having a breakout season anyway.
Yeah, but if they weren't injured, would he have still had a breakout season?
Oh, okay. So you got Luke Keary
and what's the other one?
Drew Hutchinson.
No, before him, Lachlan Lamb.
So yeah, I don't think he'd be playing.
I think the plan was for him to always come in eventually. I think I heard whispers of that at the start of the year that they had this young bloke and he was going to play off the bench. So I think he still would have had a good year.
Breakout though?
No, I don't know about a breakout year. I think next year him with Cleary, him with Keary will just be nuts.
They're going to be good.
I think they'll be paused for a big year next year, the Roosters.
I hope so. Well, actually, I don't hope so.
All right, now I think that is all the questions. Denny, what's your tip of the week? Who do you think is a lock to win? Why is it the Storm?
It is the Storm.
It is the Storm.
Yeah. That's the lock.
What are you willing to put on? What will you do if the Storm lose to the Cowboys?
No, I won't do that. Never mind. Yeah, no, I'll do something bad. I'll do
Will you
something
shave your
negative.
head? Razor shave your head.
Yeah, okay.
Full board. Full bald.
Full bald. Yeah, I've done it before. I did it when I was in school, mate.
All right. So if the Storm somehow lose to the Cowboys, razor shave your head.
Yep. Wait, I just looked this up. Pick your own line.
Yeah.
Storm minus 48.5. He's paying $8.50.
Is that easy money?
That is easy, man. Chuck a
I,
thousand on that.
I had a look earlier. The Storm, the Cowboys to score first and lose is about $4.50. They've managed to score first against a couple of good sides this year, so could be a chance there.
You'll take that.
All right, that's it for this week. Remember to join the giveaway, like, comment, be a subscriber. It all helps. Thanks, guys.